King Solomon was not just powerful, he was wise, incredibly wise. From the moment he woke up to the moment he slept, people lined up outside his palace, waiting for his judgment. Farmers with disputes, merchants with arguments, families with problems. And King Solomon would listen to every single one carefully, patiently, and always find the right answer. People said that God himself had blessed Solomon with a wisdom no human had ever possessed. And on one particular morning, that wisdom would be tested like never before. Two women came to the palace gates. Both were crying, both were shouting, both were pulling at each other. And between them, one tiny baby boy, sleeping peacefully, completely unaware of the storm around him. The palace guards brought them before King Solomon. The king looked at them calmly and said in his quiet, powerful voice, "Tell me what has happened." The first woman stepped forward, tears streaming down her face, and said, "Your Majesty, this is my baby. We both had babies, born just 3 days apart, but her baby died in the night, and while I was sleeping, she crept into my room and stole my living baby and replaced him with her dead one. When I woke up in the morning, I found a dead baby beside me, but it was not my son. My son is in her arms right now." The second woman screamed, "That is a lie! The living baby is mine! Her baby is the one who died! She is trying to steal my son!" Both women began shouting at once, pulling and crying, each one claiming the same baby. The entire court went silent, watching King Solomon. How could anyone solve this? There were no witnesses, no proof, no evidence, just two mothers, one baby, and an impossible question. Who was telling the truth? King Solomon sat very still. His eyes moved from one woman to the other. He studied their faces. He watched their eyes. He listened to their voices. And then he did something that shocked every single person in the court. He turned to his guard and said in a calm, clear voice, "Bring me a sword." The entire court gasped. A sword. The guard brought a long, sharp sword and held it before the king. King Solomon looked at both women and said quietly, "Since both of you claim this child and neither can prove the truth, I will divide the baby equally. Give half to one woman and half to the other." The court erupted in horror. Everyone stared at the king in disbelief. Had the wisest man in the world lost his mind? Then something happened, something that changed everything. The first woman, the one who had spoken first, suddenly threw herself to the ground. She grabbed the king's feet and cried with everything she had, "No! Please, your majesty, no! Do not harm the baby! Give him to her! Give him to her and let him live! Please just let him live!" She was sobbing so hard she could barely speak. "He is not worth half. He is not worth anything divided. Just let him live. Please, just let him live." Everyone looked at the second woman. She stood completely still, her jaw tight, her eyes cold, and she said, "Divide him. Let neither of us have him." The court went deadly silent. King Solomon slowly stood up. From his golden throne, he looked at the first woman, still on the ground, still weeping, still begging for the baby's life. And he said clearly, so the entire court could hear, "Give the baby to the first woman." He paused. "She is the true mother." The court erupted, everyone talking at once. How did he know? How could he be certain? King Solomon raised his hand for silence and explained quietly, "A mother's love is the most powerful force in this world. A true mother would rather lose her child than see him harmed. When I said divide the baby, the real mother could not bear it. She was willing to give up her son, give him to another woman, just so he could live. That kind of love cannot be faked, cannot be performed, cannot be pretended. Only a true mother feels that way. The first woman held her baby tight, crying and laughing at the same time. The baby opened his eyes and looked at her face and smiled. And so, my dear little friends, this was Mr. Claus. Thank you for listening. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more stories, and tell me in the comments, what would you have done if you were King Solomon? Until next time, stay kind, stay wise, and always believe in the stories. Goodbye for now.